What's up guys, welcome back to Feed the Beast Interactions, episode 15 today. So today we're going to be moving into the H3 age, hopefully. Before we do that, I want to make sure that we're set up for diesel production. Now the way it works in this pack is we can have a canola chicken, which I've just crafted up canola seeds. It's really easy. And then we put these through a chemical bath with mineral resin, and we've been farming the mineral trees all game. Just a centrifuge with the crystal, and we can get that from extracting the logs. That gives us crystallized canola seed. Now at this point, we mix it with oil to get crystallized oil. We could just stop here and distill it into light fuel and heavy fuel and mix them together to get diesel. But I'd rather avoid this whole step if I can, and we can do that by making empowered canola seeds and mixing that with the crystallized oil. And that gives us this empowered oil, which we can actually distill straight into diesel at a pretty good rate at that. In order to get the empowered canola seeds, we do need high voltage, but we also need an infinity dust for every 32. Now, automating this is a little bit of a pain. There's no way to directly automate these themselves. This can't be done automatically. It requires a player. So the only way to get the infinity dust automatically is to use liquid nightmares in a mold nugget mold. And we get this from either using nightmare enriched egg, grains of infinity, or drop of evil in a light well. Now, in order to make the nightmare enriched egg, we actually require a double compressed infinity dust block, which I worked out is like 6,500 infinity dust or something. So we're not doing that manually. So if we start with the grains of ender, and we can get these from mobs that were spawned with infinity dust. So the quest book suggests we use the blood magic ritual of culling to kill mobs to get the infinity dust. So we're going to try and do that. The ritual is not in the sanguine scientum, so we're going to have to try and figure it out. But in order to even get access to the rituals, we're going to need a ritual diviner, which is very easy. It's just blank slates, mana diamonds, fizz crystals, and then living wood, which we don't have yet. And in order to make the living wood, we need this vibrant infused wood, which is just liquid starlight in an autoclave with infused wood. And we made an autoclave not that long ago at MV. May have been between episodes, I'm not sure. And we have some of this infused wood. This is just the stuff we made by dropping logs into starlight. So hopefully we should be able to use this and get our vibrant infused wood. Next up, we put this vibrant infused wood around the pure daisies. And there we have our living wood. And we can just craft this like you normally would to make a stick. And we'll get living wood twigs. And now we can make our ritual diviner. There we go. Now in order to do rituals, we will need a master ritual stone. And some normal ritual stone. As well as a weak activation crystal. We will need a lava crystal for, which again isn't anything too difficult. Yeah, so it turns out that in order to make the master ritual stone to do the rituals, we actually need a magician's blood orb, which we can't make without capacity runes, which we need a runic altar for. So it's time to go down a rabbit hole. Now to make the runic altar, we need 2 glitch infused ingots, some sky stone, some crystallized mineral chunks, and a Bengarum gem. Now we get the glitch infused ingots. We start off with the corrupted glitch hearts. And we hit them against obsidian. And then we throw this into some water with some lapis and gold. Just use one of these balls out here. Sure that that doesn't interfere. Okay, there's the glitch infused ingots. That was a little loud. And that's this chapter complete. You can tell how prepared I was for this episode. To make the sky stone, the only way seems to be to use the orbital miner. So I guess this is the next step down the rabbit hole. It does say it's super power hungry, but I'm hoping that it will accept less power and just work slowly. As for crafting this, most of this looks like stuff we've crafted before. We'll have to make some mirrored glass, but that doesn't look too difficult. Yeah, all of this is stuff that we've done before to find some more chrome, but that shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, so I've built the orbital miner multi-block and realised just how far of a rabbit hole I'm down. Had a bit of trouble getting this to turn on. Turned out once I moved the coordinates to like 100, 100, it worked. It didn't work at 0, 0 on any of the modes. Definitely can't give it enough power yet, but it turned on for long enough to fill up that input hatch. A couple of the input hatches actually, and I've got some skystone, which is all I really wanted from it. So I can turn that off for now. And now we should be able to make our runic altar. We have everything that it needs. The stability is a little low, because this is dangerous. Hopefully everything will be okay. And there's our runic altar. I'm not totally sure how many capacity runes we're going to need. So we start off just making a couple. And first of all, we're going to need the tier 3 slates. Okay, there we go. The imbued slates. Okay, so now we can make the runes of capacity. We don't have sparks yet because they are gated behind the Elven Gateway. So this isn't going to be the fastest crafting. Okay. And there we go. There's our first couple. Now let's see how much extra this gives us. So that gave us 2,000 each, so we'll do one more. And then we'll easily be able to craft the tier 3 blood altar. Tier 3 blood orb. Now with the extra capacity, I made up a few extra. We should be able to make up the tier 3 blood orb. I think we can actually tick accelerate this. Yeah. We can combine that and chuck it in here. Now I had a look through the recipes on the ritual diviner we had, and I couldn't see the right ritual, so I'm assuming it needs the upgraded dusk divider, so we'll just make that. Now we can have a look and see if we can find it in here. Nope, there it is, ritual culling. Yeah, we did need this diviner. Now we can make our ritual stones. We're going to need 40 of these. Not sure why it's not letting us craft these. Okay, there we go. And then we can make the master ritual stone. And now our lava crystal. And we can take this and put it in the blood altar. And there's our weak activation crystal. Okay, and to get this running, I've built a big box here. These bases turn out to be a real mess. I will fix it at some point, I promise. Everything's temporary. I built this big box around the ritual stones from Blood Magic. If you just place the master ritual stone, which is right here, and then you can just right click on it with the ritual diviner as long as you've got the runes in your inventory, and it will place them in the right place for you. So I've built this box around it, and with any luck this will work. And what we'll do is we will start the ritual and close this up. And also we need a system that will use the infinity dust on the ground, and then hopefully it will power itself with the blood altar on top with the orb in it. It did steal our main blood altar, but I will go to the end and at the end the nether and get some more wither skulls so I can build another one soon. Mechanical user maybe? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is how it intends you to do it. None of this is difficult at all, so I'll make up one of these. And here is our mechanical user. And we've got this advanced item collector that we got from the Moon Dungeon. Okay, so I haven't tried this yet, so I have no idea if it's going to work or not. But we have a CEF with Spectre Power into a basic fluid solidifier with the nugget mold. This will have the item collector attached to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Something like that should be okay. And then we take out from here on red just the Grounds of Infinity. I'm not sure what's going to drop, so we're going to have to replace this and probably have a system for mob drops depending on what comes out. This goes into the light well where it gets turned into liquid nightmares, which comes out and into here. Should make our infinity dust from the Grounds of Infinity that we get up there. And then it extracts from here and goes back into this mechanical user. I managed to not record audio for this part, so just watch me get trolled by this Enderman over and over and over again. I hate them in this pack. Basically the system works, but it spawns a lot of Endermen and they teleport straight out, and then I have to deal with them myself. There's also like a lot of explosion noises. So I need to refine the design a little bit more and see what we can do with it. I'm actually going to put fixing this on the back burner just for a little while. The best way I can see of to stop the Enderman teleporting is a Botania flower that requires mana, and since I don't have mana automated yet, it's a little bit of a pain. Plus, also, I haven't even processed all of the Grounds of Infinity that I got, and I already have 12, nearly 13 full stacks of Infinity Dust. And I believe to make empowered oil, 32 canola seeds with 1 Infinity Dust. And that's enough to do a bucket. So I think we will just manually deal with this for now. And then once I have mana automated a little bit later, we can always set this up again if we need to. Right, so now we can get on to actually collecting oil itself. So we got this fluid transfer node from a quest earlier, which will let us wirelessly move fluid around. And this GPS marker is very easy to make, and we need this to make this work. And then with both of these, it will actually give us a reinforced large drum, which will fit quite a lot of fluid. And I think what we'll do is we will set up diesel in this area for now. We shouldn't need too many machines to get it doing. So we can put the drum down here. And there we go, that GPS marker is now set to this drum. And now I already made up a pump. It's really easy. And also a range add-on, which is just few crafts up from the circuit and some tin plates and polyethylene and stuff. So we're going to pop out to the desert where we found a bunch of oil and set this up. Probably tomorrow because it's about to get dark. Okay, so I'm out in the desert. God, my inventory's a mess right now. Put that there. I believe if we put the pump here, and then if we put the spectre coil on top, it will start pumping oil. We'll put the range upgrade in. I'll set this to the front instead, maybe. A bunch of error messages. I hate these things. Flying robot spiders, like what more could you possibly want in life? Something right here is causing a lot of errors. Okay, now it seems to be working. Guess it just can't automatically output. And then we are back at the base, and here is the drum, just filling up with oil. This can store 4,000 buckets of oil, so we shouldn't have to worry about running out of storage room at least. Okay, so it's the next day for me now. I have built out an extra room, and I've built out the MV part of our oil refining system. And I've moved it in here because there wasn't going to be enough room over there to do it neatly. Let's start off with, we've got an ender chest that's just bringing mineral wood from our drawer over there into an extractor, which is extracting the mineral crystals, is into an advanced centrifuge. And I still need to handle the other outputs, but I just wanted to get the system sort of moving through for now. There is a canola chicken, 10-10-10, it's producing the canola seeds, which go into a chemical bath with the resin to make the crystallized canola seeds. And then these mixers should be the other way around, but I don't really want to go and get another GPS, so we'll stick like this for now. These crystallized canola seeds mix with the oil in here to make the crystallized oil, which then automatically outputs into here. And now all that's left is we'll put the distillery here for the diesel. Then I have this high voltage transformer, which we are going to stick on like that. And if we hit it with the hammer, it should transform up. Oh, yeah, the yellow should be the high voltage side. That was an expensive loss of wire. There we go. Honestly, I'd hoped to face this a different way, but no matter. Before we do the high voltage chemical reactor though, we're going to make 40 electric motors for the high voltage like parts quest, I guess. I think I made enough stuff for it. It's getting really expensive for copper. It's like 4 copper ingots per motor now. There we go. And I have these machine holes that we got from quest rewards. Do I have circuits is the real question. Actually not. So we're going to need to make up a steel rotor, which is really easy, and another processor assembly. Okay, and that's everything for our advanced chemical reactor 2. And grab that. And come back around here. Now I don't have signal and wires yet, so I'm just going to chuck this on the wall here for now. And then what are we are extracting from here on red. Insert on here on purple. Yes, they're kind of purpley, the empowered ones. And then this one we're going to insert on red, and we aren't going to extract. And then this one we are going to insert on red and extract on purple. And we will throw some infinity dust in there. I'm going to throw that in manually for now because it's one per half stack of these. And the same with the starlight. Once we get applied energetics set up, we'll pipe everything in here properly. Now that's producing our empowered canola seeds, which should be going into this mixer and producing our empowered oil. We'll make an MV distillery, and this will distill straight down into diesel for now. We will make a distillery tower eventually so we can get the other byproducts, but here we go. We've got the distillery and a programmable circuit on 0, and it's processing our empowered oil into diesel. Now this isn't actually the end of the chain. So this is for just diesel, but once we have tetranitromethane, which we're a little way away from, but we just need to set up a charcoal processing line, or charcoal byproducts, which we'll get from sludge, which we get from eggs. Once we have this line set up, we can make cetone boosted diesel, and this stuff burns for 480 EU. The cetane boosted diesel burns for 1440 EU, so it's a massive increase. And if we mix it with liquid starlight and lithium for infused nitrodiesel, this stuff actually burns at 1920 EU per bucket, 2 mil bucket, sorry, 128 EU a tick. And while you can improve this, it's not until much later on. But we can use this in the diesel generators as well that we'll get at higher tiers. So this pack has plenty of ways to make your oil go a really long way. I don't imagine we'll need more than a couple of oil veins for the entire pack at this rate. And the plan to use this diesel for now is I just use plain diesel to start off with until we set up the charcoal byproducts line. We will basically just do towers of diesel generators going into a CEU plugged into a Spectre coil, and then the CEFs against machines to provide power to the machines using Spectre, so we don't have to run pipes all over the place. I'm going to end this episode here. We went way down a rabbit hole to get all of this done, but it is done now. Next episode, I think we will push for... I think next episode we'll push for applied energetics, hopefully. And then after that, we can spend a bit of time setting up proper systems for stuff. We probably should have done more with logistics pipes. It would have been the smart way to do it, but I guess applied energetics just seemed a bit closer than it actually was. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you leave any comments and feedback down in the description, and I hope you'll come back for the next episode. See ya.